Hi there. Today we are going to discuss about logging in Laravel. Logging can be useful to track the code flow and to log the error in any piece of code to track and maintain the code very easily. So let's discuss it with some example. Laravel uses the monologue library to logging, and it is a very useful library. You can even customize the handler and even customize and even create your custom logger, okay, and formatter. So that's a different topic, but today I'm going to discuss with you some basics of logging in Laravel. So in the root folder there is a config folder, and there is a logging.php file. This php file contains the logging configuration of the Laravel. Laravel basically use the channels to log the messages. Channel basically are mm, the destination for the messages, type of messages. So by default, there are several channel has been declared, like a stack, single, daily, Slack, Papertail. Okay, so Slack is the well-known chat uh, system, you can say, where you can communicate with the different people like Skype, whole thing. The Papertail is the logging system where you can is the third-party logging system where you can log your messages. Okay, and the first channel is the stack. It's the default channel of the Laravel. The default channel is declared at the top, the log channel. Okay. The stack channel, as the name suggested, it contains the multiple channels to log the message. If you refer this channel, then it uh, broadcasts the message, the log message to all these channel which you have declared here in array. Okay. Likewise, the single create this add the log messages to the log file in the logs folder. If you can go your storage, and there is a log folder here. Okay, daily creates a log file, whatever you have given the number of days in this. By default, it has a 14 days. So after 14 days, it will create a new file and log the messages. Okay, you can change it also. The Slack is the third party intercommunications chat system. So you can post the log messages there, for which you need a webhook URL from the Slack. We will see this in our in further in this video. Papertrail is a third party logging system which I told you. So when you sign up, so it provides you the host and port, and you need to declare this configuration in your .env file. This file, okay. So you can log the messages. Likewise, there are too many, and this one print the message in your console where your server is running, like here. So these are the very helpful channels already declared. You can create your custom channel also. Okay. For this, there are the drivers to declare the channels. These are the base drivers. Single, daily for the single. For the single channel, we use a single driver, daily, Slack, syslog. It uses a different uh, okay, syslog, papertail, and syslog channel uses this error log, monologue. Okay, monologue and custom. These are two. Uh, we You can use these two to customize your logging system also. Okay, and a stack is called the aggregator of channels. So whenever you refer to the stack, it broadcasts the message to the defined channels. All the channel has log levels, like emergency alert, critical error, warning, notice. These are the uh, most severe type of messages to the most minimum severe, you can say. So emergency is a most severe messages in the category, and debug is a you can say the less severe. So, and there is a mechanism when you define these log levels, like by default single has the log level debug. Okay, so if any message has a debug level or most severe, then it can cache. So it means that it catches all type of messages. Okay, so if we scroll through and click the and check the Slack, it uses the label critical. So it means if message has a critical level or more severe level like alert emergency, then it will go to Slack. Okay, so we can change it also to logging the message. Okay, these are the log levels. To log the message, let's do this first. The routes web.php. There is a log facade. Okay, so after this, you can use any severity of the message. Like if we use the debug and just pass the message here, log activated. So when we uh, log this logging message, then in logging.php file, it goes to the default channel stack. As we have, as it Laravel has defined stack, we can change it also. So stack we have only single channel. We can define the more, like daily. Okay, and if we run it, it is on we have logged the message in the base path. If we run it here, just refresh it, it will log. And just check the log file in storage logs folder. You can see there are two files has been created. The first one was created by the um, daily channel. Okay, and the second one was created for by the single. If you open it, then the message has been logged. Okay, So for the more clarity, let's delete it. And now let's give it only the single. And if we now refresh it, then we have only one file. Okay. So there is also, sorry, there is also some configuration in both single and daily channels. The first one is the bubble. Default is true. It means that any log message, if comes to the this channel, then if it is handled by this channel, then it will go further. uh, if bubble is true, okay, by default is true. And if we configure it to false, it means that if it is handled by this channel, then it will not go further to the other channel. Like here, if we handle here in a single, then it will not go to the daily. Then let's check it in the logs folder. Let's delete it file. Okay, and we have a bubble files. Then there should be a one single file. So if we refresh it, then we have a single file. And if we make it true, and now refresh, then there must be two file. Okay. There is also one configuration permission. Here you can pass the file which is created by this channel, which is called Laravel log. You can also change the file name. Okay, let's say it Laravel. Okay, and give the permission 644. By default, it has a permission 644. Okay, then if we refresh it, then we have a file Laravel log. This one. Okay. So we can configure the file. We can configure the logging in Laravel system. So next one, I want to demonstrate you to how to send the log message to the paper trail and Slack. So first one, let's talk about the paper trail. So paper trail has a debug level, so it can log any kind of any severity level of messages. Okay. So papertail is a third-party tool. So let's Google it. Okay, it's a cloud-based logging system. Here, just sign up in the sign up. Let's what picture. You have to give your first name, last name. Okay, I'm using this, and let's create a disposable email. So, buddy. Okay, we'll use this mail. to sign up, and let's choose the password. India and start login. It will give you a URL and the port number, and you will land on this screen, and then add your first system. Click on here. Then on the top, it flashes the message here. Your logs will go to logs to here. So this is the URL and this is the port. So let's copy it, and in our .env file just paste here. Okay, and copy this port. We need only two things to post it here, and paper trail URL and paper trail port. There are only two configuration, and we have entered. And now let's insert it here, the paper trail. Okay, in the stack channel. And as we have make the changes in .ini file, so we have to restart our server, and let's refresh it more. You can see your logged message here. Here you can see log received. Okay, and in the events tab on the top you can see the message, this one. Okay, so refresh again. It refreshes automatically within some time. Okay, so in this way you can configure the paper trail. So let's talk about the Slack also. So slash, we need a log Slack webhook URL. So let's search for the Slack, and sign in, create a new account. So let's copy this email, and we need to enter the code which is provided by the Slack. Here we got the code, and let's enter it here. Okay, after is checking, you will enter in this, and you need to create a app for your webhook, and then you can create a webhook URL, and then you will enter here like this one. I have entered one hookslacks.com, and you can post your log message. It is taking time. I don't know why. It might be a network issue, but you can use it like that. Okay, first you need to create the app there, and then you need to create webhook URL after switch on the Slack. Okay, so you can log the messages in the Slack as well. The next thing I want to tell you that you can log the message to the specific channel also. Like here, you want to specify channel, okay, and the severity of the message, and let's say paper trail. Okay, and if I refresh it, let's change a message specific message specific log. Refresh it, it must go to here. Okay, it is coming here, specific log activated. So you can log the message to the specific channel, and if you want to mention the stack of channel, yeah, then you can also do that stack, and then you need to pass the array. Let's say single, sorry, like this. And if we refresh, then we will get the message, that message also in our file, specific log activated, specific log activated. Okay, you can send to the multiple channels at the same time. You can also pass the parameters if you want to. The second, like id goes to 455. Okay, so let's refresh it once again, and if we check the log file, this type. Okay, and if you check the paper trail, it also log this. The Slack is hanged, I think, but you can uh, push the message to the Slack as well. Okay, that's all for the today. We can use the logging system. We have different channels, and we can use this in different situation. So I think you in some specific cases you need to create a custom channels or a custom formatter. I will make a separate video for that, but for now, that's all. Thank you.